Let's stick with the ABC and look at how it's going with facts and political bias. The new position of ABC Ombudsman has now been in place for 6 months, and the inaugural Ombudsman, Fiona Cameron, has delivered her first report. It shows us that complaints are running thick at the ABC, and interestingly, we can see that allegations of bias are on the rise. Surprise, surprise. In 2020, just over a third, or 34% of complaints were about bias. The following year, bias made up 35%, and last year the percentage of complaints that related to bias jumped to 42%, while in just the first 6 months of this year, the rise continued with 45% of complaints relating to bias, getting close to half of all complaints now. This is not going to surprise anybody watching this program, and nor will this comment from the Ombudsman's report, where she notes some of the factors involved in this. And she says that broadly, the increase in bias complaints can also be attributed to 102 complaints made across all platforms alleging bias or lack of balance in coverage of the Indigenous voice to Parliament. Incredibly, Cameron says none of these complaints was upheld. Now, nobody who watches, listens to or reads ABC material could seriously contend that it's not actively campaigning for the yes case and skewing all of its coverage in that direction. But have a listen to this exchange on the ABC, of course.
92% of them are saying that they believe that the ABC is in some fashion biased with reference to the voice. In these cases, I haven't found specific instances of bias.
And I've also been told to keep as much balance as I possibly can, as is humanly possible.
As is humanly possible, hey? Good Lord. They are literally kidding themselves. Cameron did at least say the ABC wasn't forthright enough about owning its own mistakes.
And I think it's fair to say that the ABC has been a bit defensive. I think they need to shake that off, and they need to understand that audiences actually appreciate when the ABC say, hey, we got that wrong, or hey, we can do better, and we clarify here, or we'll correct here, or we'll apologise there.
There's a long list of apologies from the ABC that are long overdue. They owe me one from 30 years ago. They could start, though, with their Story of the Century series, the Four Corners series about the anti-Trump Russian collusion conspiracy theory that they got hopelessly wrong, still on their website. Perhaps they should apologise also for their climate alarmism. Look, 6 months in, as we listened to the Ombudsman interviewed there on the ABC about the ABC, I think that we can see that this change, this new oversight, is not going to make any difference at all.